fast it goes. We got 2 weeks after Saturday. Spring game on April 12th. Getting close. Scrimmage on Saturday, but I had a good day today. Offense looked sharp. It was stud, obviously. So I want to see the offense go out and do what they did today, what they did on Monday, on Saturday. Go out and execute. A lot of plays made offensively today. It's tough on defense when it's stud. You can't tell if we would have got him, knocked him out, whatever it would be. But I'm happy with where we are after practice 7, or excuse me, practice 8, moving into practice 9. Questions?
And why do you think it was sharper? What did you like about the offense?
Just completing the ball. I mean, quarterbacks, moving around the pocket. Protection was good, and they're making plays with their feet. So they just completing balls. So we complete balls. Sticks are moving. The sticks are moving. You're going to score touchdowns. We did a coming out period today. Started the ball at the 1. Offense took it all the way down the field for a touchdown. So it was good to go 99. But that's kind of the day it was. But again, I always think mentally it's easier on the offense on a day where you're not getting hit. You go across the middle as a receiver. You're not going to get splattered on the turf. So we need to come out with an attitude on Saturday, offensively, make it a real game.
Is that farther along than other years, or is that about on?
About the same. I'd say about the same. We'll find out where we are on Saturday. Again, just the execution today out of the offense was good. I'll look and see what happened with mis-execution on the defense. Was it structure? We'll find out today. But overall, I know we've installed different stuff offensively and defense. I know the defense is toying around with some different coverages, so we'll see exactly what that was.
What have you liked from your younger quarterbacks like Julian and Mason so far?
They just keep growing. I mean, Julian's done a nice job. He got a 2-minute situation today, almost threw a pick when we're in field goal range already. So just continue to understand, the situation in the game. But Julian's been really good. I mean, world of difference from where he was last season, last spring, even where he was last fall at the end of the year. And then Mason, for a freshman quarterback, has done an unbelievable job. He's been sharp, got a quick release. He's looked good.
Cam Sapp been one of those guys making plays on offense for you, surprised him?
Cam Sapp's made a play. He had a play here today in 2 minutes, I think, or one of those periods they all run together at the end here. But Cam's made plays. Got to catch the ball all the time. Freshman, typical freshman mistakes. But Cam's done a nice job.
Is Fowler out making progress?
He is. He had a nice deep ball play today. He went up and got it on a free play. Defense jumped off sides, and Zion. I don't think he had a catch last week, but we got to find a way to see what he can do when the ball gets in his hand.
What have you seen from Jake Overman in the tight end room as a leader and just on the field?
I mean, Jake's a tremendous leader. I mean, Jake is he's obviously on our leadership council. He does a great job in every respect. So he's done a nice job with it. Starting tight end, he's done a nice job.
2 weeks until your spring game. What are you really hoping to key in on these next couple of practices before that?
Just keep moving forward. I don't want our guys to start to think it's over yet. We just got to keep pushing forward. Sometimes the beginning, the first 8 are easy, and then you start to get where it's almost over. You guys get in that it's almost over mode. But we got to get 3% better every day. Can't afford to stay the same one day. Not one guy, not one unit. We've got to push ahead.
I know with that first scrimmage, there was all the turnover problems, and just kind of talking to some guys, they were kind of excited tomorrow. Saturday, the weather's going to be a little bit nicer. Do you think that played a factor in some of those turnovers?
I think it always plays a factor. I think weather, stadium, attitudes, mentality. Thinking you're going to be okay, and then you're not. So the offense has got to come out with an attitude. So we'll find out. But the weather definitely has a factor. It has a factor in every game. Whether it's rain, whether it's cold, whether it's hot. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what the temperature's going to be on Saturday. I don't care what it's going to be. We're going out. We went in today because it was a little chillier or whatever. And, I'm good with the practice, but when we get a chance to go out, regardless of what the weather's going to be like, it can't be any worse than it was last week.
And we saw a lot of Ben Salls yesterday. What have you seen for your place kickers this year? How big is Saturday for them to kick at the stadium?
It's big. And again, they started off slow with that win last week, and they finished really good. I was happy with our kickers last week. First time in the stadium, kicking in live situations. We had a 2-minute drill today. It was 2016. We always have situations, for our ACC championship period. At the end, there was a 2-minute. We take a former 2-minute that we had. It's a real 2 minute, 58 seconds. one time out each side. It was 2016 Clemson game. So we just kind of replayed that, and both kickers went down and kicked. I think Sam Carpenter had a 51-yarder at the end. I think James Lennon got lucky, got a little closer with the other offense, but both down the middle. So those are clutch kicks, and the pressure's on, the noise is up, guys are yelling. So I'm happy with what I saw out of those guys here after 8.
Is Lovelace taking a claim to that middle linebacker job?
He is, but Jeremiah's right there. I mean, Jeremiah can, obviously Jeremiah and Lovelace can play either one. So, last week, Lovelace got some, reps at the mic, and then Jeremiah played Mike and played, the boundary back of the money spot too. So Jeremiah can do both, but they're still fighting at that Mike spot.
Did you hear just any further feedback about how yesterday went for some of your guys?
Not really. I just saw Brandon George coming off the field. I don't know if, he's got a 30 for 30 with the Chiefs, which is good. So he's got so he just found that out either this morning or late last night. So I think that's what a pro day does for you. It's like, ooh, guy got some pretty good times. Let's get him in here. So I'm sure there's other ones, but haven't had time to find out. But it's a good day overall. You guys saw the stats and numbers and all that, and I think it was a great showing by our kids.
What's the benefit of having all those alums back in the building, especially while you're doing spring workouts?
It's big time. I mean, I just love when our players come back. It doesn't matter what year they are, what year they graduated. To have Kalijah back, I mean, I would say this. The guy grew up in Miami, plays in Tampa, and he's in Pittsburgh in March. Like, why? Okay, he's back here training. You trust our strength staff. He's getting better. He's in the weight room every morning, lifting early, and then it's just great to have those guys around. Those guys are families, forever Panthers, and Hava's back. Playing in the Canadian leagues. We'll have more guys back, and then for the spring game, we obviously got Kenny coming back for one team, and we've got AJ Woods on the other. So we got 2 Super Bowl champions. Tried to get Avante. Avante's got a wedding and out of the country somewhere. So, but try to get those champions back here as well. Sorry if I blew the cover there.
Coach, best coming from your mouth. What else we got? Anything else?
Go back to Jeremiah for a second. What has he done as a young guy, a rising sophomore, to be able to take on the responsibility of being a middle linebacker?
Jeremiah's a guy you trust. I mean, Jeremiah, is a guy you love. He's got the greatest attitude every day. He's smart. He does a great job communicating, and he's physical. I mean, he's a physical Mike. He will come down and snap you. He's still, learn all the little tiny details. But he loves the game, and he's physical. That's what I love about Jeremiah. We know he can run, and he's athletic, but Jeremiah's got to be a good football player.
Is Lovelace getting snaps on the outside too?
He may have gotten a couple, but
Mostly middle?
Right now he's running with the ones. Jeremiah's right on his hip. Jeremiah was in there starting. Game day was tomorrow. I have no problems with him in there either. We got a lot of trust and faith in Jeremiah.
Coach, thank you very much.
Okay. All right.